About a bet. Because your belly's so big it literally
I hate stuff like that. It's like, dude.
Hello. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. You're probably new here. And this is different because I usually do vlogs. And I usually don't have my boyfriend here with me. And I'm usually not sitting in front of a campfire with apple slices. But here I am. And today we're going to be reading some crazy Reddit stories around the campfire. Like scary camper story style. But we're not going to read scary Reddit stories. I mean, they could be considered scary, but not like creepypasta. The bear is holding the mic, and I really hope the sound quality is okay on this. It should be. It sounded fine up there. It did sound a little like Zoom call-y, but I don't know.
Am I the a-hole for telling my buddy to break up with his girlfriend after she told us the story of her hugging an NFL player? I'm 34 and my buddy is 32. He has been dating this girl he met through a work event for the past 8 months. She is 33. I've hung out with her a ton, but I think now she's really into brands and fashion. She also likes to party a lot, like my friends and I do. Do you every? Can I say that?
No. Say snow. Like
My friends and
I'm editing this back and I'm realizing that we completely skip over the fact that this guy admits that he's using snow, and how the bigger problem in this is the girlfriend talking about how she slept with an old NFL player, and not the fact that everyone in the story is using snow, and which is illegal. Nowhere in the USA is it legal, and he's openly admitting it on a Reddit platform that police can trace back to him. I just think it's funny that we completely skip over that part.
I do use snow every so often when we're going out. Not often at all, but this girl uses it a lot on weekends and my buddy has been on it more too. I don't mean to sound shallow, but it's a huge deal to me. We've definitely calmed down on the chart since our 20s. So we were out 2 weeks ago. It was my buddy and his girlfriend, me and 3 other friends, 2 male, 1 female. My buddy went to the bathroom and he said he was going to get a drink on his way back. His girlfriend starts saying how she wants to tell us this funny story, and it was a good time because boyfriend might not find it so funny, quote unquote.
there's a red flag. Ooh.
Big red flag, yeah. I will spare the details, but moral of the story, she was in the Miami last year for a wedding and ended up meeting and hugging a former NFL running back. Interesting stuff. He is not a star, but if you follow football, you know who he is. He's been out of the league for a little while now. My friends and I found this absolutely disgusting that she would brag to her boyfriend's friends about this while telling us she's hiding it from him.
Was this while they were dating? Like, did she cheat on him?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, it's not because he's been dating her for 8 months and this was, I think he said last year.
Okay. I mean, I think it's kind of weird that she's bragging about it. I mean, it is kind of a crazy story. Like, oh yeah, I ended up having this one night stand thing with a former NFL player. Like, that's a
No,
crazy story, but
yeah, no, this isn't the craziest of Reddit stories, but like, I don't get, because like, imagine like, oh, I'm gonna go to the restroom, I'm gonna go wash my hands or something,
and she's gonna, yeah,
and like I'm sitting there telling your friends or something like,
yeah, that
oh,
would
I
be
did it with
weird.
this one girl, with this one cheerleader that does cheerleading for the NFL. It's so cool. Like that's just not something to brag about in a relationship.
Not to your partner's friends.
Not even to anybody. I don't care who
No,
it is. Don't brag about it. It's weird.
no, but you could like tell the story, but I don't think you should tell that to your partner's friends. I think maybe to your own friends, but her own friends probably already know the story because like
Shit's facing right there. But
you
here's
realize it's all around, right?
okay. Anyways, where was I? My friends and I, friends and I found this absolutely disgusting. I was going to have my friends back. So the next day, I told him about it. He was stunned, and he said that he's going to talk to her about it. I told him I felt that relationship wasn't worth it. Um, I said I said by what I know, it seems she wants to live a party life, and I know my buddy wants to settle down and start a family sooner than later. I told him that they haven't been together that long, so he should cut it off before it gets more serious. I agree. He agreed with me. Um, he hasn't broken up with her yet, but he says how stressed he is and thinks the whole situation is a major red flag. I put him in a real big mental pickle with this. Am I the a-hole? No.
No, not the hell. Cause like
No.
he didn't do anything wrong. He's just looking out for his friend.
Exactly.
Um, I think she's kind of weird. Like, I get that that's a crazy story, but like bragging about it's a little weird, and like also bragging about it to not your friends, but the guy that you're dating, his
Mm-hmm.
friends. Like,
Yep.
why would you brag about that? That is not. Mm-mm.
Very weird. Like, you're in a relationship for 8 months. She's still saying. Just weird sharp.
Yeah. Am I the a-hole for exposing my stepfather's abuse at my mother's 60th birthday dinner after he toasted forgiveness and she called my trauma made up stories? I stood up at my mother's 60th birthday dinner and told 40 people exactly what my stepfather did to me when I was 15. I already know where this is going. My mother has been planning this party for months. Big restaurant, flying family in from 3 states, the whole thing. I almost didn't go, but my sister begged me, said it would mean so much to mom, and I'm trying to be a better person this year or whatever, so I drove the 2 hours to be there. Dinner was fine at first. Awkward small talk with relatives I haven't seen since I moved away from college 8 years ago. My stepfather kept trying to make eye contact with me, and I kept looking at my phone. Then came the speeches. Ew, why is he trying to make eye contact with you?
Where is this a female or male?
This is a female.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. My aunt went first, talking about how my mother found love again after my dad died when I was 13, how my stepfather stepped up to raise another man's kids. I felt sick, but I kept my mouth shut. I hate it when people are like, oh, he stepped up. He really stepped up. Like, that isn't just a good and normal thing to do. Like, oh, it's somebody else's kids. Yeah, but internally, I feel like it's normal to want to take care of children. And if you,
No, I disagree with you on that because I think a lot of people want their own kids. And a lot of people that end up becoming a stepfather, they usually end up having their own kids with them
yeah,
as along with that. But
exactly. I think they
I don't think
did
they should get praised for like, oh, you stepped up such a good job.
for raising
Yeah,
kids.
it's just a choice you made. Sometimes,
But I'm like, I don't know. I still think like if you're wanting to be with a woman who already has kids, stepping up and raising her kids is just part of the deal. Like that should just be a given. Your phone turns off really fast, like 5 seconds. Ah. Then my stepfather stood up with his wine glass. This is, I want to toast the most forgiving woman I know, he said. He was drunk. You could hear it in his voice. Some people hold grudges forever, make up stories for attention, but this woman, my beautiful wife, she knows the truth. She knows what real family means. He looked right at me when he said it. My mother was smiling, nodding along like he was saying something profound. To forgiveness, he said, raising his glass. Everyone drank except me. As I would be pissed. I would be like, That's when my mother decided to add her own little speech. She stood up, put her arm around my stepfather, and said, You know, it's been hard having a son who needs so much validation. Oh, this is a son. I assumed this was a female. So he abused his stepson. I feel like in a way that's even worse. Like, oh, you have to. I mean, abuse is wrong. in any context. But I just assumed it was a girl for whatever reason. Um, Having a son who needs so much validation, who makes up these elaborate stories about abuse. She actually used air quotes, but we've learned to forgive him too, even when he
No.
says terrible things about his stepfather, because that's what love is. The table got really quiet. My sister was staring at her plate. My uncle looked confused. What stories? My cousin asked. My mother laughed. This light, tinkling laugh, like she was discussing the weather. Oh, he claims his stepfather hit him when he was younger, got too rough during an argument, but boys exaggerate, you know. He was always so sensitive. My stepfather was nodding. Teenagers are dramatic, he said, and we're throwing
So
hands.
teenagers are so dramatic. Like, oh, if it's just like, oh, they're just being dramatic, why do you feel the need to like pick a speech?
Yeah, and be like, forgiveness. Like, that's.
We forgive you for being a dramatic teen.
Yeah,
Like,
and if it was actually him making it up, he wouldn't have been invited to the dinner and stuff. Things would be way more complicated. But it's because you can tell they just want him to move on from it and pretend like everything's fine, and that's how you know it actually happened. Okay. I don't remember deciding to stand up, but suddenly I was on my feet and everyone was looking at me. I was 15, I said. My voice sounded weird, too calm. I came home late from a friend's house, maybe 20 minutes past curfew. You grabbed me by my shirt, slammed me against the wall so hard I saw black spots. That's not, my mother started. Oh, they're writing this like a damn story. Um, then you punched me in my stomach twice. I couldn't breathe, and I thought I was going to pass out. My stepfather's face went red, and he said, "You need to stop this right now. You told me if I ever disrespected you again, you'd put me in a hospital. And Mom," I looked at her, she wouldn't meet my eyes. "Mom told me I was being too sensitive, that real men lose their temper sometimes. Real men learn how to control their emotions." Um, Dude, that is such a loud car. That I probably deserved it for breaking curfew. Deserved getting hit. Yeah, sure. "You're ruining my birthday," my mother said. Her voice was shaking. I had bruises for 2 weeks. I wore hoodies in the summer to hide them. And when I finally showed my school counselor, "You told her I got them playing football. You made me lie." My aunt stood up, saying, "Is this true?" My mother said, "Of course not. He's always been like this, always causing drama." "There's a report," I said. I pulled out my phone. My hands were shaking, but I managed to open the photos. "I requested my file from the school last month. There's documentation, 3 separate incidents where teachers noted bruising, 2 counselor meetings where I tried to tell someone and got sent home, and a CPS report that got dropped because you both lied." I held up my phone. She showed them the scanned documents I'd spent weeks tracking down. My stepfather lunged at me, actually tried to grab my phone, and my uncle caught him and held him back. "You little
wow.
my stepfather said, "After everything I did for you, you broke 2 of my ribs when I was 16," I said. "Told the ER I fell down the stairs." No way.
That's insane.
"Call the police," my aunt said. She was looking at my stepfather like she'd never seen him before. "Call them right now." My mother started crying, saying, "You're destroying our family." I said, "You destroyed it when you chose him over me." That's good. That's good. The police came, 2 officers, and they took statements. My stepfather kept insisting I was lying, making it all up for attention, but then my sister started talking. Told them that she'd seen the bruises too, heard me crying in my room at night. She'd been 11 and too scared to say anything, but she remembered. My mother just sat there, silent, staring at her untouched birthday cake. They didn't arrest him, statute of limitations or something, but everyone knows now. My aunt posted about it on Facebook. Half of my family has blocked my mother. My sister moved out of state last week and told our mom not to contact her. I got a text from my mother yesterday, just said, "I hope you're happy now." I would be like, yeah, I am actually.
Yep.
Thank you.
Very happy.
Closure feels good. Closure will always feel good. But the thing is, I keep thinking about the that little kid I used to be, the one who believed his mom would protect him, and I wonder if I should have just kept my mouth shut, let them have a nice dinner. My therapist said I did the right thing, but my mother's entire social circle has collapsed, and maybe that makes me an asshole. Was I wrong for exposing like that?
Oh, you said a cuss word.
What?
You said a cuss word.
It's fine.
Oh,
Cuss words don't matter.
oh.
Um, not the asshole, obviously. The mom's the asshole, and she's a terrible mother. Like, wow, you literally can't even protect your own kids. Wow, you suck. Also, like,
Cutting like um coming home like past curfew does not deserve
yeah.
to be nearly hospitalized. Like,
And two broken ribs. What could that? What could he have done to deserve two broken ribs?
yeah, like what were they expecting in deciding to stand up? Like, oh, you're gonna stand up and say all this crap, and then
Yeah.
expect them to sit there like a good boy and not say
Also,
anything.
no, she deserves her entire social circle to be collapsed
Oh
because,
yeah,
like,
yeah, I would never talk to her again.
yeah, because she's also an abuser,
Yep.
just as much.
Hmm.
Because she didn't say anything, and that's her own kid too. She didn't protect.
Yep.
Okay, let's read the comments. Um, Someone says your mother should be demoted to egg donor. By not stopping her husband, she condoned his abuse. You outed him and her. Karma has bitten them where it hurts. Their reputation. You did the right thing. Your mom and stepdad introduced the topic. They are vindictive, and you were very brave for not staying silent. Yeah, everyone obviously like.
Am I the butthole for canceling our wedding after our rehearsal dinner was ruined by her mom and her family?
Wait, what?
Am I the a-hole for canceling our wedding after the rehearsal dinner was ruined by her mom and her family?
Okay.
So I might be able to relate to a story like this, but we'll see. But because my family's good. Interesting. Male, 39 years old. Uh, my ex fiance, Kelly, female, 40 years old, and I were together for 3 years. We are both divorced and have children from our previous relationships. I had kids with my ex wife, and Kelly got married really young and divorced after 10 years. That's a long time. Then I met a guy and got pregnant within weeks, and they tried to work things out, but they couldn't. We did have our challenges, but always managed to pull through. We are both working class, so when I proposed, we both agreed to either have a very small wedding or hold a larger event later because I would need to save up. She doesn't have a job, and I would need to save up for over a year. We skipped the big wedding and agreed on a ceremony and reception at her family's home. Kelly and I planned for a very simple wedding to take place in the space at her family's backyard in the garage. Because I was paying for almost everything, they offered to let us use the space as our venue at no cost. So I purchased the alcohol with the exception to a few cases of beer and paid for the rental chairs and tables. My groomsmen chipped in a few things while I noticed that her family was very laid back. Don't get me wrong, it was my wedding and our responsibility. Um, but I noticed that she slowly began listening to them and wanted a few things that were not in our budget. So I wanted a floral arch, and I managed to get her one. Or she wanted a floral arch, and he managed to get her one.
Oh,
That's
he's a
cute.
green flag.
Yeah. Her mom began pushing for more stuff to accommodate her family's ideas. That's I hate stuff like that. It's like, dude, you are not the bride. It's not your wedding.
Yeah,
Just like
just because
chill out.
you didn't have your dream wedding, Aunt Bertha, doesn't mean that Miss niece Stacy needs to have it for you.
I know.
Same that goes for every single family member. Everybody's got an opinion. What was that one thing? Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one.
Pretty much. Yeah. All right. We agreed on a bakery cake, and Mill twisted her lips in a disapproval. Oh, mother-in-law twisted her lips in disapproval. Those things felt annoying but manageable. I can't people like that. Fast forward, and her big brother Justin, male 47,
Justin.
Bieber, got depressed because he got dumped. The official story is that his wealthy, itchy ex-girlfriend decided to dump him and treated him badly. I regretted letting him stay with us after I learned that he cheated on his ex. Gosh dang.
So he deserved it.
Yep.
He
Let me
deserved
snag
it.
one of those.
Yeah. After you're done reading the story.
I will. Yeah, I'll wait. This bothered me a lot since his ex helped him out many times and did lots of things for his kids.
Oh, so she was amazing.
So the family just sucks.
It's just
Basically,
it's
like,
just a terrible bloodline.
yeah.
Completely cursed.
Yep. Zero trust after that. Kelly and her siblings think that God he's God because he took over the paternal role when her parents got divorced. They give him way too much credit. The guy can't hold a job, can't even guide his children right, and does lots of entertainment parenting, but doesn't teach them responsibility. I can't stand him, and Kelly knows it. He can talk about his life during his 20s for a whole day, and it's always about how women chased him, how an ex-girlfriend tried to unalive herself, how women had cat fights over him. I had to confront him about these weird stories to make him shut up. Yeah, that's BS. Like, oh, girls really like me so much. Okay, well now you're 40 and probably fat. And you can't hold a job.
The biggest beer belly that when you lay down, you just float. Like your belly's holding you up.
Like in a pool?
Like when you lay down on a bed, like your belly's so big it literally holds you up.
Oh, when you lay on your belly. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like a yoga ball.
Yeah, like a yoga ball, like.
Can't hold a job, can't do nothing. Yeah, girls are not chasing you, and they probably never did.
Yeah, bro's not Justin Bieber.
Oh, some conversation at the grocery store. Granny liked him a lot.
Oh, hey, Sonny. Wants this hard candy? I'm sure something else is.
Okay, so bro, confront him about the weird stories to make him shut up.
Okay.
As the wedding approached, it became more difficult to get Kelly's attention in our relationship. She started taking him on drives. Oh, she started taking her, guessing
her brother
on drives to check on his ex.
Is he a dog?
To check on his ex, I guess. Oh. I objected to this. Then he would constantly interrupt us to bring up updates on his ex, which nobody cares about. He only wanted to apply to online jobs and ended up trying to enroll me in something that I didn't look serious at. That didn't look serious at all. I asked her to make him leave, but she got very angry and stopped talking to me.
Divorce or any engagement. She's crazy. You don't want to be part of her family. Get away.
Yeah,
Run.
Weird families suck.
Run.
Kelly and I had a huge argument that I'm sure he overheard. I went to take a shower, and when I came out of the bathroom, I overheard him telling her that he didn't expect me to understand him because I'm too simple. I can't remember his exact words. And he said he doesn't expect a insert my job, I don't know, to understand his life.
Wait, let's give him like a great job. And he doesn't expect what's a good like high paying job?
He doesn't expect a doctor. I don't know.
He doesn't expect a neurosurgeon to understand his type of life.
An electrical technician.
I don't expect some CEO to understand my type of life.
I immediately confronted him, and not only did she deny everything I heard, but she basically took his side. Yeah, you're weird. You want your brother's.
It's one of those families
pickle.
That's like pickle.
Wow, you're in a real pickle.
It's definitely bumpy, bro. It's
It's got scales.
It's been sitting in the vinegar for too long, if you know what
Oh,
I
dude,
mean.
a little soggy.
Oh, soggy pickle. Um, it's like one of those families that's like, we're blood, so we stick together no matter what. Always choose your family.
Blood's close. Shouldn't be that close.
Yeah. If your family sucks, then your family just sucks.
Oh, she sucks, all right.
She wants to.
I kicked him out. I kicked him out and drove him to mother-in-law's with all his things. That was 4 months ago, and her family never treated me the same. It doesn't sound like they treated you very good.
In the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a blessing in disguise. He doesn't even realize yet.
We had our rehearsal dinner, which was supposed to be a very small gathering. My kids, her kids that were present, as well as my parents, and maybe 10 other people on my side. Her family kept showing up. I know that her family cooked for the occasion, aside from other things that we provided, but the point is that I was restricted from bringing people while her side of the list kept growing and showing up. That's
Ugh, get her out. Leave her.
I don't like big families for one, but like
It can be most of the time they're not good, but sometimes you find a good one. But it's a diamond in the rough for sure to try and find like a good like big family that's like that.
the worst part is that her mother got drunk. Yeah, her mother got drunk. I see the period there. My family are very low key and a bit shy, and mother-in-law is bellig belligerent. How do you pronounce that?
Belligerent, yeah.
Belligerent and drunk, and started to act vulgar. I took her comments about me and Justin in stride. Dude, if I was dating some girl or whatever, and some bitch was saying crap to me, I don't think my mom would just sit there. I find that weird that
No.
like my mom would stand up for me.
Yeah. I think my mom would also. My mom would be like, okay, well, that's my daughter, and I think you need to leave. Like now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mom would be like polite, but like firm about it. Your mom would go off. Your
I
mom
know.
would be like,
She'd be throwing hands.
the hands would be thrown. What? Wine of glass of wine of glass, tossed somewhere. Hands are thrown.
I took her comments about me and Justin in stride just to keep the peace, but my family felt uncomfortable and I knew that she was trying to insult me. I pulled Kelly aside about 4 times to ask her to control her mother. To her credit, she tried to get her mom to sit down. Her family,
She
older
tried.
aunt and 2 cousins, also got drunk and got pretty loud. By the time we were supposed to show some pictures on the monitor, nobody was paying attention and Justin was just telling jokes and acting like the event was about him. Must be talking about all those women.
That didn't want him.
The chairs had been pulled away from the tables, and the burgers and hot dogs intended for the kids were missing. Would the mom eat them all?
Probably. She sounds interesting.
Monster-in-law.
Pro monster.
I asked my parents to take my kids home, and after raging inside for the whole night, I decided to ask my friends to help me load all the alcohol and stuff that that were physically kept at her family's home into our cars.
Yeah, they don't need it. I think
Yeah,
they
they
need
don't
to
need
try
more.
some sobriety.
Everyone went quiet after that. It was a complete crap show. Kelly started crying and promised that her family would apologize. I didn't want to talk because her family used our uh, rehearsal to party on my dime. I went to stay with a friend. From all this, what hurts me the most is that hers and my kids had to see the drunken spectacle, and my parents had to see me in an embarrassing situation.
Aw. Well, I'm sure his parents don't blame him for it. I think, if anything, his parents are probably like, please leave this woman.
Gosh, I would.
I mean, I get like she's saying like, oh, they're gonna apologize, and she feels bad about it, but still, things that have happened before, I'm team like, get out while you still can.
Kelly and I talked. She was very eager to fix things, but While I still love her, I don't see myself repeating the experience. I knew her family wasn't perfect, and of course mine isn't either, but I had very little support from her. She says that her family were just being a big family, talking among themselves and being loud, and that while she understood that I was offended, I caused a scene, and she didn't disown me. Whoa.
Okay, she's out.
Um, it took a lot for me, but I decided that we should cancel the wedding. I never want to see her mom or her brother again, and I will never ask her to cut them off because despite everything, it's not fair and she will hate me. Also, she would never do it, and the fact that my parents said they would support whatever I decided, but they would prefer not to attend my wedding, but would go anyway because they wouldn't do that to me, really stung.
Oh.
My family was ignored, and I was treated poorly, and I'm supposed to act like nothing happened. Kelly didn't take the cancellation very well, but I can't do this. I said I will pay the remaining portion of the lease to avoid getting her and her kids kicked out, but our relationship is over. I already removed my things to avoid dragging a painful breakup. I know I will never go back, but her words about not disowning me hurt because, despite feeling that that I'm on the right, I feel like I failed her somehow. Like she feels that I gave up, and she feels that I'm walking out was far worse. Am
No,
I the
because she
a-hole?
wasn't trying either. She was not trying, bro. She was literally saying like, "Well, you just have to accept it. Like we're just a big family, so like that's just how we are."
Except that we all suck, and we hate you.
Holy hell, you really dodged a bullet. Please tell us you know this. You were nothing but a ATM. What's an ATM?
Oh.
As soon as you ended that, she and her family freaked out. I know it may not feel like it now, but you will be so glad this breakup happened in a few months. I wish you peace. They just said thanks. This was like a year ago, though. Can no one in her family hold a job? How does one survive at 40 years old with a child and not having a job? It said, "Oh, she doesn't have a job." So the fiance girl.
Yeah.
Why does that? Okay, so now it's like I feel like she was kind of using him because like paying the rest of the lease and stuff like that.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And she has a
I
bunch.
didn't even think
She
about
has
that.
kids, and she's 40. And I guess she can't hold a job. It said she gets child support, and I took care of our
Oh, there's part
expenses.
two.
Oh, I'm reading comments. When I take care of our expenses, she gets some government assistance, but for school programs. We had that discussion over and over because she dies have skills because she does have skills. So she just doesn't want to work. She was using him.
Just a loser. Yep.
Yeah.
Works so hard.
We are both working class. She doesn't have a job. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Not the a-hole. Bullet dodged. Don't fall for the incoming love bomb. Ignore and block all flying monkeys.
Yeah, like if you don't want to work a job as a female, like you want to do the stay-at-home mom, like that's fine. But don't be an asshole.
Yeah. You can get having a crappy family as long as you have a united front. We talked about the united front. Like that, I feel like that's been coming up more lately. I don't know. But like, she wasn't willing to take your side, therefore she wasn't willing to put you first as her partner. Why would you get married to her? Exactly. Even with the wedding costs, you're coming out ahead by not hitching your wagon to this unemployed loser and her boundary free family, not the a hole. That was good. That was a good story. I'm glad that he ended up sticking up for himself and not marrying her because I don't even think I think she was using him, if anything.
That's what it seems.
Am I the a hole for sharing a slightly crude story in my wedding speech? Okay, automatically, if it's your wedding, I think you should be allowed to say whatever you want at the speech.
There's something.
But we'll see. You will say what the speech is. I feel like it's gonna be something funny. So I'm excited. Okay. This happened last weekend. Oh wait, it's labeled. So I already see at the top that it's labeled as asshole. That they're the asshole. So I'm excited. Oh wait. Okay, so this happened last weekend. I've been friends with Chris since we were in second grade, and we have a really tight bond. Up until college, neither one of us was very religious, but that changed when he met Tiana. She's a very strong Christian, and she kind of took him along for the ride. They go to church and Bible study every week. They went on a mission trip to Mexico. Chris and Tiana got married last weekend, and I was the best man. As part of my speech for the toast, I was telling some stories about our childhood antics. When we were in fifth grade, Chris Googles naked boobs lady
What? He Googled it. Oh,
on
that's
a
hilarious.
school computer
Oh my.
and got detention for a week.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I tried to break as many school rules as possible so he wouldn't have to sit in a detention alone. Aw. Obviously, I didn't mean to offend anyone. I was just telling about the strength of our friendship. When I told it, Tiana's face looked like she was sucking a lemon. Later, she took me aside and reamed me out, then started crying. She asked if she asked Chris if he's addicted to corn from something in fifth grade, and I responded, "Of course not." I told her she was jumping to conclusions and getting worked up over a silly story. She walked away to talk to another guest after that, and we never really resolved it. Am I the a-hole?
No.
No, that's a funny story, and that's cute that he did everything he could to also get in detention. What?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't see this marriage lasting because what do you mean? You hear a story about your husband in fifth grade looking up naked boobs lady, and you're like, is he addicted to
corn?
like? Oh, okay. I'm surprised at the responses. Making judgment calls on the bride's moral compass is not the question here. So I don't get why people are doing so. You're the a-hole because the OP knew what kind of people the couple are and should have kept the speech appropriate for them. That would go for any wedding with any couple. I get more and more confused by this sub, to be honest. I'm sorry.
That was a funny story,
That was
dude.
a funny. I feel like it was pretty PG. Saying,
Oh, it's because she's Christian. He said the word boobs.
everyone's saying you're the a-hole. I want to say one that's like,
That story's hilarious.
yeah, I. Okay, here we go. Not the a-hole. Tiana is insane if she really thinks that a 10-year-old Googling boobs means that he has a corn addiction as an adult. She did jump to ridiculous conclusions and got all worked up over nothing. I'd worry if Chris said something to you or seemed upset. But if not, you're good. Not likely you'd have enough in common to be close with Tiana anyways. You're the a-hole. You can tell from the way you tell the story, you knew you were stirring the pot, but you did it anyway. At someone's wedding no less, you have absolutely no class.
I
What?
know, dude. He's really stirring the pot. See,
I think he was just telling
stirring
a cute
the pot
story.
would be like if it was a more recent event. Like, oh, remember that one time we were 10 and you looked at boobs on the school computer, and then I was like desperately trying to get in detention so you didn't have to sit there alone.
Yeah,
That's funny and cute.
that is funny. That's a normal kid thing. At some point.
Boobs, yeah, like like the one my neighbor friend that looked up boobs and his mom said that I hacked his device to look at
No.
it.
Was she insanely Christian too, or was she
No,
religious?
they're like Native American kind
Oh,
of people.
weird. I think he's not the a-hole. I think that was a perfect story for a wedding. It's funny, it's cute, and it's like got a good message at the end.
Yeah, it's not like too much. It's
Yeah.
not like
But
I'm trying to bang.
it's always people like that too who are like, oh, I'm ultra Christian, but they end up not being like actually holding up to like what real like religion
Yeah,
is. It's
she
just like,
defiled herself more going off on him about the story.
yeah, and it's like they always do that. It's always a person with a freaking like verse in their bio, all kinds of stuff like that. That's like not actually upholding what it means to be
Jesus next to
Christian.
you.
Yeah, it's like you can't talk about boobs. That's bad. Yeah, that's a crazy story. That was a good one though. I think it's been like an hour. We did like 3, 4.
I think we did 4.
Okay, I feel like that's good.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well,
Forget my 4 reading.
oh, it was not bad. You did only stumbled a couple of times.
Yeah, it has.
Well, thanks for watching. If anyone did watch this, I think we saved the best story for last. I think that was my favorite one. So this is a good note to end on. And I don't know if this does well, then maybe we'll do this again because that would be fun. I wanted to do this because I've been addicted to watching other people read Reddit stories. Yeah, so I thought I would take a stab at it with my boyfriend. If you are watching, go check out my vlogs and other things on my channel. But I say this, and I don't think anyone's watching. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye for real.